Welcome to Daytona International Speedway for the Daytona 500 and the first race of Season 2 of the Tabletop Cup Series. There's no better way to start off a NASCAR season than starting here at Daytona, as this track always provides some really good memories and finishes and some great action here. We have 32 drivers today taking on this track, and I'm also joined by Caleb here. Caleb, what are some keys to victory for today's race?
Well, I think you're going to have to look out for the big one, and also you're going to have to find drafting partners or your teammates throughout the race.
Those are some pretty good keys to victory. Now let's go look at some of the drivers to watch for today's race here at Daytona. Austin Cindric starts on pole. He has a very fast car, and he's always quick at these super speedways, so be prepared for him to have a great day. Todd Gilliland starts third. He is in a new ride this year in the 34 car. Last year is in the 38, and he's a good super speedway racer. Cole Custer returns to the 41 this season after a couple years. He starts fifth, and this is his first race in the Tabletop Cup Series. Noah Gragson moves into the 4 car this season. He's starting 17th. He's got big shoes to fill, as Kevin Harvick made a Championship 4 appearance last season. We'll see if he can do that. Speaking of another Championship 4 appearance, Chase Briscoe now in the 19. Martin Truex won in this car last season. Let's see how Briscoe performs in this car. John Hunter Nemechek and Carson Hocevar, both new to these cars and numbers. Both of them are also doing their first race today. Josh Berry new to his car. We're going through all the new drivers in different spots here, in the ones to watch here. And Josh Berry, new car. Same with Zane Smith and Ty Dillon. This is Zane Smith's first race, but Ty Dillon was here last season. He's going to be now in the 10 car. And Daniel Hemrick and Josh Bilicki, both their first season here. They're starting deep in the field. And this next driver here is an open car. If you guys want to be in the open car for one of the races this season, comment down below this video. We'll put you into the car for one of the races. Dylan is in this one for today.
Now let's go to the starting lineups.
In row 1, you have Austin Cindric and Denny Hamlin, both good super speedway racers. Row 2, you have Todd Gilliland and William Byron. In row 3, you have Cole Custer and Tyler Reddick. In row 4, you have Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Kyle Larson. And rounding out the top 10, you have Joey Logano and Christopher Bell. In row 6, you have Chris Buescher and Ryan Blaney, Ford teammates. Row 7, you have Daniel Suarez and Chase Elliott. In row 8, you have Brad Keselowski and Ross Chastain. In row 9, you have Noah Gragson and Ty Gibbs. In row 10, rounding out the top 20, you have Alex Bowman and Kyle Busch. Row 11, you have Chase Briscoe and John Hunter Nemechek. In row 12, you have Carson Hocevar and Eric Jones. In row 13, you have Josh Berry and Austin Dillon. In row 14, you have Zane Smith and Ty Dillon. Row 15, you have AJ Allmendinger and Daniel Hemrick rounding out the top 30. And in the last row, rounding out the field, you have Josh Bilicki and Dillon. Remember, if you want to be in that open car, comment down below. We're only taking the 7 quickest comments that want to be in that open car. Make sure to go check out our information video for this season. I'll have the link in the description below. But here we're on board with Toyota Camry, our pace car today. Race facts: 10 laps, 3 stages. 3 laps in the first stage, 2 laps in the second, and 5 in the final. 32 cars, and last year's winner here at Daytona was Ryan Blaney, so look out for him today. The pace car pulls into pit road. Cindric leads them to the green flag, and we are underway at Daytona. Cindric takes the lead down the back stretch through turns 3 and 4. He will lead the first lap here at Daytona.
And it looks like Byron and Hamlin have been bumped back a couple positions.
Cindric's going to lead them to 1 lap to go in the stage here. And it looks like Gilliland and Custer are going to jump out of line here. Cindric coming back on the inside with a run, but it won't be enough as Gilliland wins the stage.
As Todd Gilliland gets 5 points because he got the stage win.
We're back underway at Daytona as we're on board Todd Gilland, our leader. 2x2 down the back stretch here as Gilland leads the first lap in this stage. Starting to string out a line on the inside, down on the back stretch. And
oh my! What am I seeing?
And Cindric goes around as there is a red flag. A huge wreck on the backstretch, probably the largest wreck in Tabletop Cup Series so far. We're going to check out the replay here.
As it looks like, seems like Stenhouse turns Cindric around and he turns into Hamlin and then mayhem just starts.
Yeah, and that slow motion there, I think Cindric was actually trying to block Hamlin, but bad block for him. We got pit stops here. Todd Gilland says his car feels great. 4 tires and fuel. Doesn't really need any adjustments, he said. And he'll win the race off pit road. And the stage results, Todd Gilland won. But yeah, crazy big wreck there. Hamlin was flipping. Lots of guys already out of the race. We're back underway. The outside lane, going to get the jump here. We've got a 5-lap stage. So it's going to be a longer stage here. We got some Toyotas here up front that we haven't seen all day. Got Bell and Gibbs back there. Stenhouse still in a long line. Bell and Gibbs going to jump to the outside here.
As Chris Buescher leads that lap as they fall down to the bottom lane as Carson Hocevar leads a charge on the outside lane.
Yeah, some drivers we haven't seen are on the outside here. Hocevar going to jump to the middle. Buescher went up the block. We're down to 1 lap to go here. On the last lap, on the back stretch. Dillon's going to turn Hocevar. Here comes Buescher back on the outside.
A photo finish at the end.
Buescher going to win. And we're going to have to look at that entire last lap. Hocevar, heartbreaking here for him on this last lap. As you can see, him and Dillon out of nowhere just get the lead. Dillon turns Hocevar into the wall. And look at this run from Buescher. Bell has to check up a little bit because of all the chaos in front of him. There's the finish right there, how close it was. Buescher's going to burn it down. That run was crazy on the outside that he got. Here's the finishing results. As you can see, lots of DNFs. Why the clock is beside Carson Hocevar's name is because he set the fastest lap. We will be given the bonus point to the fastest lap set each race, just like the real NASCAR Cup Series are. Any thoughts right here, Caleb, about any finishers? Look at our open car with Dillon here. Great job for him. Any thoughts, Caleb?
Well, I think D-Dog did very good. He really surprised me with his talent, and I was also surprised with how Carson Hocevar got turned on that final turn and how Chris Buescher had a huge run to win the race.
Yeah, that's not the first issue we've seen from Dillon turning someone on the last lap. There's the point standings. I know it's only after one race, so if your favorite driver's not on there, they have plenty of time to make up spots. And here's the season standings. The person who wins the season championship will get 15 bonus points, whoever wins that. And of course, most of the same guys that were at the top of the playoff standings are up here. But yeah, there's Chris Buescher in victory lane. He won this race. It was a very crazy end to that race. Lots of chaos. Caleb, what are your just final thoughts on this race? Pretty chaotic race, wouldn't you say?
Well, I think that the race was crazy, and that wreck was also very crazy, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, great race, lots of action, chaos. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this race, and hopefully we can see you throughout the whole season here. But yeah, crazy race. We had some great runs today from lots of drivers. Josh Bilicki also getting a great finish. Todd Gilland had a fast car all day. But yeah, it was a great race. And next race is going to be at Richmond. Not sure when this is going to be released, but just stay tuned on our channel. And we'll see you guys next time. And thank you guys for watching.